Greetings, people of the internet. I'm back with yet another retrospective video. If you have read the title of the video, this is going to be a retrospective of Doom 2. Yes, 30 years of Doom is kind of what I am doing, at least kind of for the rest of the year. I made a review of Doom 1 earlier this year, but unfortunately I haven't really continued the series that much. Anyway, so Doom 2. Doom 2 was released in 1994, about 10 months or so after Doom 1. And it was pretty much Doom 1, but better in many different ways, but also worse in many different ways. I'm going to get into why I think the game is great, but also why I think the game struggles in a lot of different ways. First things first, the soundtrack to the game, dude. I remember playing this game a lot on my old PC. I'm not that old, alright? I was born in 2006. And so, unfortunately, I was kind of late into the party of experiencing these games for the first time. But when I did play this game for the first time, the soundtrack was kick-ass. I believe it was made by Bobby Prince, the same guy who did the soundtrack for Doom 1. Yeah, aside from the soundtrack, the weapons. Oh, the weapons, man. Dude, the chainsaw, the freaking super shotgun, double barrel, and a lot of the other guns return, and then we got newer enemies like the Pain Elemental, and a ton of great stuff. But aside from the smaller things, let's get into the bigger things. So, what differs this from the original game is that this is a like 40 plus level continuous campaign. There is the main ones, and then there are the lost levels that I think are featured in like later versions of the game. And if you play the console versions of Doom 1 or Doom 2, then you get to experience both episodes in the final Doom game that was ended up not being the final Doom game. And then Doom 3 came out, and then that kind of felt like the final regular Doom game because we wouldn't get another mainline Doom game for another 12 years. And it's just my fondest memories around this game are me just sitting alone and on the dining room table because for some odd reason our family computer was in the dining room, at least in one of the houses that we lived in. And I just remember sitting there late at night playing Doom 2 with the lights out, and I was a rebel. I was really pressed my luck when it came to horror games back in the day. That's how I was with Doom 1. And then I realized the game isn't as scary as I hoped it would be. Freaking Doom 3, Doom 2016, and Doom Eternal, way more darker in terms of the scariness. And aside from the good things about the game, what are the bad things? So, unfortunately, one of the bad things that I didn't really like is that the freaking cyber demon is now just in the game just to ruin your day. I think he's only featured in like nightmare difficulty and hurt me plenty, but I don't know. I haven't really played in a while, so I'm kind of fuzzy on the details. Anyway, that's one thing. And also, the game is called Hell on Earth. And with the levels that are set on Earth, there isn't very much hell on it. It's mainly just regular old Earth. And I don't know, it was kind of disappointing in terms of level design. And it was bad until it got to the final level. That final level being you fighting the icon of sin. And if you play on PC and you use no clip, then you can phase right in there and you discover that icon of sin just ends up being John Romero, which I honestly thought was funny. And another Doom game that kind of released around this time, or 1 or 2 years later, was Doom 64. Now, Doom 64, I'm going to do a totally different video on. I'm going to be doing Doom 64 and Doom 3 as kind of like the main ones. Maybe Doom 2016. Haven't finished the game yet. I did finish Doom Eternal though, so maybe that one will come later this year, or maybe next year. But Doom 64 is in my opinion, better as a game, and even the weapons are a lot better than this, and it's not as hard. No, it's not as dumbed down because this one was at the time exclusive to the Nintendo 64, which the only other Nintendo game at the time to feature a Doom game was the NES. No, the SNES. An NES version of Doom does exist. I have played it. It's kind of strange, but Doom on the SNES at the time was awful. So was Doom on the 3DO or the Sega 32X. Those weren't really that great. But the PlayStation 1 version of Doom 1 and Doom 2, so this is technically still part of my review, was really, really good. And in my opinion, if you want to play a very specific version of Doom 1 or Doom 2, I highly recommend you get the PS1 version because out of all of the versions, including the console versions, the PS1 versions of Doom 1, Doom 2, and Final Doom are, in my opinion, the best ones out there. But yeah, man, Doom 2 is great in so many ways, but it is flawed in so many ways. So if I were to give the game a rating out of 10, I would give it a solid 6.5 to 7. It's, I would say it's perfect in many ways, but not in all the ways. I mean, it's mainly known for being the first game to feature the double barrel super shotgun, and then they didn't have it in the mainline in the original version of Doom 3, but they brought it back in DLC. Anyway, that's all for today. I'm gonna upload this in like 2 days, so just on like a Tuesday or Wednesday or something. But this video is gonna be uploaded eventually. But aside from that, yeah. Comment down below if you liked Doom 2 or you didn't like Doom 2 or you thought Doom 2 was better than Doom 1, if you thought Doom 1 was better than Doom 2. Please just comment down below. Anyway, this is Jared Klein signing off.